Right, it says we're now live.
Okay, everyone, shall we start the meeting? Welcome, everyone. Thank you for all turning up. The purpose of this meeting is, of course, to seek the appointment of members to serve on the licensing subcommittee. But first of all, do we have any apologies for absence? Janet, you're on mute.
Councillor Holden's sent his apologies electronically.
Thank you. And members' interest. I remind members of the need to declare any pecuniary interests or any other interests they might have in relation to the items included on this agenda. No one? I'll take that as a no then. And then admission of the public. It's not recommended that the public be excluded from this meeting for the consideration of the items of business on this agenda. And as I say, the main purpose of this meeting is to appoint a licensing subcommittee for the 2021-2022 municipal year. Okay, let's start ahead. Can I just remind people before we do start, you should have all had the report from the head of Legal and Democratic Services, which gives you the background. Does anyone need me to read the whole thing out?
No.
No?
No.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, so we need 3 members who would like to put themselves forward to go on the licensing subcommittee. Can I remind everyone that most of the subcommittee meetings are during the daytime and they can be quite short notice. If that may well have some sort of decision-making part of your process. Hello, Sarah.
Do you know what day do they tend to be on, please, Chair?
It's random, to be honest.
It's not a generic day, particular day in the week. We try to accommodate members' preference, but it is usually a daytime meeting, and we try and avoid Fridays as well if we can. But it's not always hard and fast. It all depends on how much notice we have.
Thank you. So would anyone like to put themselves forward or any more questions?
Well, does nobody else want to? I'm on quite a lot of things already.
You know, since no one else is jumping in. Oh, hi, Rob.
I'm sorry, Dan, I can't hear what you're saying.
Can you hear me? I was just going to say if nobody else was jumping in. I was just going to ask, do we know if the subcommittees will be held on Zoom or are they going to be back to...
It's face-to-face, I think.
Yeah, because it's a decision-making body, it will have to meet in the town hall.
Yeah. Well, I'll put myself forward if nobody else wants. If this needs 3, that's 2.
I'm quite happy to put myself on.
Well, I'd like to put myself on.
Okay, I'll withdraw. Obviously, Steph, sorry, Councillor Clark, don't be formal. I'll withdraw.
Okay.
I've got quite enough to do.
Yeah, okay. So we have Dan.
I may need some support from people because I may sometimes be working during the day, but I'm happy to be the person named and try my best to fill it in.
Okay, well, we will be quorate at 2 people.
I think
Councillor Thornber.
Yeah, I think if one of us can't make it, we're all substitutes anyway. And so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be political, it can be any of us, can't it?
Yes, it can. Yeah. We don't have a proportion of political parties on this committee. So, right, you've lost me there. So, who would like to take part in this committee? So, we've got Rob Thornber, Councillor Thornber, and Councillor Sutherland, and myself. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay, then. That's excellent. We do have to. I do have to remind you that for the licensing and regulatory committee and the subcommittee, we do have to have legal training, and we have to do that by law. Our next meeting is our first licensing and regulatory committee is on the 21st of June. And before that happens, we have to have the training. If you don't have the training, then you cannot take part in the meetings. So it's vital that we do get the training. Amanda is going to arrange that pretty quickly. There's one on the 7th of June.
That's correct. There's some licensing training, I think, booked in for the 7th of June with Amanda. I don't know, John, whether or not you have to do some separate training for the licensing sub, or is that covered under what Amanda does?
That will be covered under the same with the same training with Amanda. I'll be supporting Amanda, or Amanda will be supporting me for that training.
Okay, yeah, because there is also a licensing sub that's to come, that's shortly to be heard. So, but it will have to be after the 7th of June then.
Yeah.
Just to give you advance notice. Yeah.
I think for those who have not been on this committee before, it would be quite good if Chris and John and yes. And Janet sort of introduced themselves and told us what they do. So can we start with you, Chris?
Yes, Chris Riley. I'm the licensing counsellor for legal services, and as far as licensing goes, I advise client services generally in respect of taxi licensing, private hire, etc., and licensed premises and entertainment venues. I also give the legal advice at subcommittees.
Thank you. And John?
Oh, yes, John Beecroft Mitchell. I'm a Senior Partnership Enforcement Officer. I'm a lead on licensing and also emergency planning. Never the twain should meet, but we shall wait and see. So my role is the day-to-day management of the licensing team at Calderdale Council. So that includes the applications renewal processes for all our licensing functions, and also obviously seeking occasional advice from Chris, putting together bundles for hearings and supporting magistrates, courts, etc. Where if we have appeals against them.
Thank you very much. One thing I didn't do was when the 3 were announced, I didn't ask for everyone's agreement. So are we all agreed with the 3 decided for the subcommittee? Yeah? Thank you. And that, I think, concludes the meeting. Short and sweet.
Excellent.